Hello ladies and gentlemen, hope you're all fit and fine and are keeping in high spirits, even though times are a bit challenging these days, but you're not losing your positivity because that's the only thing that will keep you sailing through. Today's log has been basically requested by Nivedita Ganguly, and the topic today is how to understand which numbers in your blueprint tells us about your career path. Thank you, Nivedita, for your request. I'd like to say that if any of you have any such requests, you can definitely mention that in the comments section, and if it is feasible, I'd surely make a log on your requested topic too. And before I delve deeper into this topic, let me also add that by the end of this first topic, you'd also find a second topic, which is Numerology Forecast for the month of October 2020. You can find the time frame for that in the description box below. Okay, so now let us start with the primary topic, which is which are the numbers in your blueprint that can tell about your career path. To that, I'd like to say that your career path can be indicated majorly by three numbers, or rather the combination of the three most important core numbers of your blueprint, which are the life path number, the destiny number, and the soul number. With that, it is also important to consider the running cycle numbers like the pinnacle number and the period number. You see, each core number that we have in our blueprint is actually indicative of a set of talents that we have, and at different points in our lives, depending on our level of maturity and our level of evolution and also the circumstances around us, different talents get activated in our lives. Sometimes some prominent talents take a backseat while other lesser obvious talents come more into the forefront. And this is why, because of this interaction between our inner talents and the changing circumstances around us, it is often seen that the same person sometimes chooses to be in different professions at different points of time. So you may see the same person as an actor or a writer at some point in his life, later getting into politics and becoming a politician at some later phase in his life, and all of this happening in the same lifetime. So what I mean to say is, in determining your profession, or more precisely, in determining what role you'll play in life, looking into both your major core numbers of your personality chart and also your cyclic numbers, which belong to your progressive chart, both of it is important. The most important core numbers, once again, will determine your role in life to a huge extent, and they are the life path number, the soul number, and the destiny number. You have to connect these three dots to find fulfillment in life. The soul number, first of all, is indicative of what you deeply want, what you deeply desire, and if you don't get what you deeply want, you're never going to be happy. For example, say if you are a soul one, you definitely want to be the boss. You don't want to be told what to do, what you should do, and what you should not do. So you want to do things on your own terms. In whichever field you go, you would want to be the authority figure. You'd want to dominate others through your enthusiasm and courage. And also you would try to give your best. Now say if your life path is 6, and this comes in combination with a soul 1. Your soul is 1 and your life path is 6. So what is going to happen now is, your role in life will be of someone who also values, subconsciously, he values relationships, who takes care of others, who manages the community and the children well. Someone who is very righteous and plays the role of doing justice, playing the referee and balancing different situations. And maybe you are not fully aware of the qualities which are indicated by this number 6 of your life path, because you may have these qualities, yet they might not be there completely in your awareness, because your soul number is 1. So deep inside, what you are deeply aware of is that bossy part of your character, not this relationship driven part. But life will create situations where your sense of balancing, sense of judgment, managing relationships, minded business relationships are also relationships. So you're going to be tested in these areas irrespective of the fact that deep inside, consciously, you may not be seeking all of it. Therefore, the life path number to a huge extent determines your choice of career. Consciously it happens when the life path number is present as some other core number also. So it can happen consciously, it can happen unconsciously, it could be determining your path. Now this brings me to the third number of influence, which can never be ignored, and that is your destiny or your first full name number. You see, I have elaborately explained the role of each of these numbers in my book All is One, which is going to be a great book for you if you're a numerology beginner, if you are a numerology enthusiast. I've shared in it my personal take and also many of my personal first-hand experiences with numerology, so you must check that. And I'm in the process of writing a sequel to it as well, in which I will be writing about the timing, and that's really going to be further advancement in your study of numerology. A lot of interesting stuff is going to come from time to time, so stay tuned for that. And as always, remember to check the description box below. It has all the important leads. Now let us come back to the role of the third number, the destiny number. And the destiny number is basically an amalgamation of what we deeply want and what we reflect outwardly. In short, it is who we are as a whole and thus reflects what we would end up choosing subconsciously. Say suppose if someone has 2 as his destiny number, the person would then repeatedly give in to his or her emotions and intuitions. The person would be looking for love all the time. Whatever profession he is going to be in, he would be looking for love, he would be looking for companionship, and would be trying to maintain cordial relationships with everyone. Now say if you have a combo where, say for example, the life path is 11 or some other variation of 2, and with that, say suppose the soul is 5, and with that the destiny, say suppose, is 7. So this person is going to be some kind of a mediator, because the base value of the life path is 2, so he's playing the role of bringing 2 things together or 2 people together. We cannot also rule out the role of strong intuitions in his life, because both his destiny number and the life path number are indicating a very intuitive mind. And the soul seeks freedom, so this person could be easily getting bored. Usually 2 is a very easygoing number. A 2 person does not easily get bored, but with a soul 5, such a person needs to really travel far and wide. So travel has to be an important part of his life. That is a basic need. Now let me explain the role of pinnacles and periods to you briefly, which are basically the grand cycle numbers. And I'm going to extensively cover this topic in my next book, which I'm hoping to be completing soon. And it is very important to pay attention to these cycles. Say, for example, in your personality chart, you have a lot of 1s, but in your pinnacle and period cycles, you mostly have 2s. In that case, what would happen is you would have all the passion, all the determination, and all the fire, yet the momentum of time will push you to show tact, diplomacy, and all patience-related qualities. If during a pinnacle 2, you become overly ambitious, suppose, then in that case, the pinnacle, the momentum of time is not going to play in your favor. Similarly, you may have all business numbers like 1, 4, 6, 8, etc. in your personality chart, but if your cycle numbers are not supporting business, say suppose if your cycle number is a 7, you cannot be out and out a materialistic guy. You have to follow more of a research-oriented or a spiritual path in that case. So it is important to consider the cycle numbers as well, as it is going to give you some vital information, and this part, that is the role of time and how you would swim in accordance to your time, is going to be the main subject of my next book. Now let me move on to the next topic of the day, and that is the numerology forecast for the month of October 2020. Once again, as I always say, the year number this time has 2 20s, which puts a special emphasis on the number 20. So whichever month you are in, you cannot ignore the importance of the number 20. In one of my previous vlogs, I have covered the importance of the number 20 in details, and I just thought you'd find it to be very interesting. So check it out, and you must check the description box once again for the lead. Now, the month of October is basically the 10th month of the year. We all know that, and 10 in numerology indicates the full cycle completed. However, October comes from the Latin word octo, which means 8. So originally, October was the 8th month of the year until it became the 10th month of the year according to Julius Caesar. It is the only month of the year right now which has the intensity of the god power 0. As a matter of fact, the year number 2020 also has the god power 0 repeating twice, and 0 always plays the role of magnifying things. It intensifies things. So the universal month number for October 2020 is going to be 5 this time, and 5 is the number of change, adventure, communication, connection, and varied experiences. So I think some important changes may take place during the tenure of this month. October 2020 is going to be a very fast-paced month. It is going to be a very active month, full of events. It's going to be very, very eventful. And for all of us, it is therefore very important to become very receptive and flexible. We must also not forget to enjoy life a bit, because after a bit of a serious month, which was September, we have now a month which supports a bit of a freewheeling energy, and we can do some bit of socializing. Although when I say socializing, it goes against the term social distancing. But for this particular month, which is October, at least you can be a bit carefree. It doesn't really matter. Be receptive towards some surprises that could be coming your way, and be flexible towards change. But then this word change is going to mean different things for different people. So to find out what change specifically means for you, what you have to do is you have to look into your personal month and personal year numbers. At the beginning of every month, I post personal month forecasts for all of you. If you're interested in finding out about your personal year and personal month numbers, find the relevant links in the description box below. Thank you so much for staying connected with me for so long and watching my vlog. Take care. Have a very good time. Bye bye.